The curse of owning a Clan Crusader is that you have to be a one-man or woman history file. You have to tell the story of this fascinating and significant yet relatively unknown British sports car over and over again. At the petrol pumps, at classic car shows, at the toll booths on the Humber Bridge, parked on a side street minding your own business, the same question just keeps on coming up. What is it? So what is a Clan Crusader? Here's a handy video guide. Now, the first thing we need to address is that the Clan Crusader was not a kit car. At least it wasn't designed to be. In 1971, the first cars were happily rolling off a purpose-built production line, yes, at the Clan Motor Company's posh new factory in Washington, Newtown, in the northeast of England. In 1973, a spicy little number called VAT arrived, and it threatened to kill off, well, small volume production cars like the Clan. And so to get around VAT, the Clan and other cars like it were offered in complete at home form, where you bought the car part assembled in the factory and then you finished it off on your driveway. The Lotus Elan was exactly the same, but nobody walks past the Lotus Elan at a car show and goes, "Ooh, look, a kit car, just stop it." A bit of history. In 1969, the Clan Motor Company was formed by a bunch of talented race and sports car engineers from Lotus, namely Paul Woodford, Arthur Birchall and Brian Luff, and the genius design of the Clan was penned by John Frayling. Now, these guys knew a thing or two about building successful sports cars, but here's the thing, they wanted to do it their way. And so the Clan Crusader became the world's first composite one-piece monocoque production car. You'll have to practice that before you say it at the petrol pumps when you're telling this story later. It's a combination of lightweight composite with wood within the structure, and it was strong. At the end cap tests in the early 70s, it raised a few eyebrows. Most crucially though, it was lightweight. The Clan Crusader weighed just 600 kilograms. That's like 2 bags of sugar. It's not really, but it's really light. And that leads us on nicely to the business end of the Clan Crusader. You see, because the car was super light, it didn't need big power. And therefore, weight and form once again played a big part in the selection of the drivetrain for the Clan. The all-aluminium Coventry Climax-derived 875cc Hillman Imp Sport engine fitted perfectly in the back of the shell. And because of the way that the engine is mounted on the angle, the weight distribution was perfect for a rear-engine sports car. 51 brake horsepower and the bark of those twin Stromberg carburetors, ignore the Solex, propelled the Clan from 0 to 60 in just under 13 seconds, which in 1971, well, that was quick. The Clan men also had a rummage around after their meeting in the rest of the Roots Group parts bins, and the Clan shares its brakes, its suspension, its steering and various other parts with the Hillman Imp as well. And like all good sports cars of the 70s, once you start taking it apart, and that's another thing you need to know about Clan Crusaders, you do need to take them apart a lot. You find various other parts from manufacturers in there as well, such as Ford Escorts, Vauxhall Vivas, Hillman Hunters, to name just a few. No good 70s sports car story would be complete though without a giant-killing motorsport chapter in it, would it? And the Clan Crusader boasts quite the trophy cabinet. Works Clans would upset the establishments in race and rally, with Andy Dawson opening the billing on the 1972 Manx Rally, coming in second place behind Roger Clark's Works Escort. I would love to have heard what Roger had to say about that when he got back to Douglas. Alan Connolly was up next, and he'd take overall victory on the 72 Tour of Mull, a grueling rally, and so upset with the opposition that when Connolly returned to make it a double the year after, the car was sabotaged the night before the rally. Up next, it was the flamboyant tailor from Whitley Bay, Johnny Blades, who had probably the most important vanity project in the history of the Clan Motor Company. Although if you ask the Clan folk at the time, and if you ask Paul Woodford now, he'll never admit it, poking Lotus in the eye on the racetrack. You can watch a feature-length documentary about Johnny Blade's fairy tale season in 1973 when he took Motorsport's title glory, a blaze of glory for the Clan Crusader in 73 as well on this channel, or just search for Clan Crusader Blades of Glory on YouTube. Suffice to say, the Clan Crusader is the card that you want in your hand if you're playing racing car top trumps. By the time the Clan Motor Company turned off the lights for the last time in 1973, around 315 Clan Crusaders had been built, including the notorious RR and RC denomination race and rally cars. But that isn't where the story ends. Over the next 10 years or so, numerous attempts would be made to modernize, resurrect, redesign, and even in some cases completely redevelop the original Clan concept. First up in 1982, it was the Irish Clan, using the original body molds from the factory with some suitably 80s styling mods. Check out those pop-up headlamps and those big bumpers. It had a 998cc engine and it had deeper floors, meaning that there was more headroom. A suitable evolution of the original concept, you might say. In 1985, less fitting in more ways than one, the Clan Clover came along. Yeah. Now this rather optimistically completely redesigned the layout of the original Clan. It was now mid-engine, it had a flat 4 Alfa Romeo engine and wide arches at the back. And well, it wasn't really very well developed, let's say. Certainly not your ideal companion on a wet roundabout, so I've heard. But it looks the part, doesn't it? Then there was this. Yeah. I'm not sure really what to say about this. It's a McCoy. It's got an A-series mini engine. Stop it. Stop it. That's better. All told then, around 500 clans of various incarnations were built, accounting for a few stragglers that would have been built from body shells that made their way out of various factory closures. According to the Clan Owners Club, 60-something clans are thought to remain on the road. As the car grows in popularity and profile, that number is growing, as more and more barn finds are being unearthed, restored, and put back on the roads, the racetracks, and the rally stages, and that is a fabulous thing. If you've got this far and you're not thinking, God, I wish I'd never asked, there's probably one more thing that you want to know. What's the Clan Crusader like behind the wheel? In a word, it is fantastic. Get a well-maintained example, perhaps with the right suspension upgrades, and you will have a grin to rival the widest of coat hangers, believe you and me. Because of the power to weight ratio, the imp engine pulls so well in every gear, and every gear change is notchy and rewarding. The steering's so precise and direct. I often think that the phrase handles like a go-kart is a little overused. Perhaps it should be that a good go-kart handles like a Clan Crusader. So next time you turn up at the petrol pumps, or you're the only clan at the classic car show and someone says, "What is that?" well, you'll know what to do, won't you?